Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do a little more advanced ATC card. So I have a piece of cardstock here that I cut, and it was a piece of paper that I, would cast off the rest of my paint and that kind of thing. So you definitely can use it like this, but I'm going to show you a little bit something different. So I love getting books and music and all that kind of stuff, from the library that they throw away or at bookstores, even books that I have that I won't use again. So I love doing that so I can add it to my card. So that's what we're going to do today. This is 2.5 by 3.5 ATC card. And I'm just going to take some of my decoupage. Matte. I prefer to use matte because if we go and we use glossy, you really won't be able to paint much or right on top of it if you're using regular craft paint or a matte paint. All right. So I'm just putting some decoupage. Decoupage. I'm going to show you how easy this is to... Now you can use, I use Americana decoupage, but you can use, what is it, Mod Podge. I mean, there's a million that you can use. So I'm going to lay my paper down, and then I'm going to lay my card down. And you can lay it anywhere. It doesn't have to be straight and perfect because that's just not how I roll. So I'm going to do that and make sure, give it a second to glue on. And then I'm going to take my scissors. Let me move this out just a bit. Take my scissors and I'm going to cut around it. Now you can tear it if you want, make a little bit more texture. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to just cut it out the best that I can so I can save it for other cards or mixed media or whatever. Okay, so let's put that aside. And then we're going to just do that. So now we have our ATC card. And you can see I cut, I can go back in here and trim up because I can see I screwed that cut up a little bit, but it's okay. All right, so we got our ATC card. Well, now what do you want to do? Well, we want to use, my suggestion is, I'm not an expert. I did teach ATC classes at a store here in Jersey, in a private, like a cool store that sold all kinds of stuff, and I did teach it, and I've been doing ATCs for years. Am I an expert? No. I'm sure y'all could probably teach me a thing or two. So I'm going to turn it this way because it makes the words, facing, but whatever you want. So I think I'm going to do, let's do, how about a watered down, okay, here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to use the Folk Art Extreme Glitter. I know I'm going to use that, so I'm going to take some magenta, any color magenta that you have. And I'm going to take my big brush. This is my big brush I got. You can see it's rusty. I used the crap out of it. I'm just going to dip in a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it here just for a second because I want to add a little bit of water. There we go. Okay, you can see I got it watered up. I'm going to use both sides of my brush so it loads it up. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to, now you can see it's fairly bright, but what I'm going to do is the old trickaroo. I'm going to take a paper towel, your art rag or whatever, and you're going to wipe it and get all that extra off. Now, because it's paper, it's book paper, book text, it's going to sink in a little bit, but it's not as transparent as it was. It has more of an aged look, so that's fun to do. You can do it with any color, but that's what I want my base color to be. And then I think before I glitter, I think I'm going to do, let's do something fancy. Let's get our modeling paste and let's get our punchinella, but you can use whatever you want. I'm going to lay it like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the modeling paste on that side, and I'm going to just run it in different places, not all at the same. And you can make it as thick or as light as you want it. I'll show you how I like it. Lift it up. Okay, let me set that over there for a second. Now you see it's, you know, I don't have any there. I might want to take some of that off in the middle. I'm not sure I really like that. So I'm going to take this to the side, use your paintbrush or whatever, and I'm just going to kind of scrape it like that. And I always put it, you can see I have a million colors in here. I always put it back in there because I don't like to waste. That's kind of what I'm going to do. Just very simple, very easy. And then I'm going to take my heat gun, or you can use your hair dryer, and dry them up. Now you can use watercolor on here. You can use your gelatos on here. You can use your ink tints on here. You can use your markers on here. You see what I'm saying? You can use anything on here because they're so little, and you know, if it depends on what kind of background you're doing. I do a lot of grunge, so I don't care if things bleed and come off and don't look good. Okay. There's that tape I was looking for. What are you doing down there, buddy? I was looking for you. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to put some of this glitter paint. And I'm just going to do it on those. And I'm going to take my brush and lightly spread some glitter. I'm not going to push down too hard because even though the outside of the molding piece is dry, as you can see as I'm going through it, if I push hard, it's going to smush it because underneath it's not dry. But I just want to add some bling. And I'll dry this as well so you guys can see. And I'll just take this over this way. I might have put a little too much on there, but that's what I'm known for, excess. Because when you got glitter, how can you go wrong? Okay. Okay. So now we got some glitter. We don't need it. Now I got a little corner here that's coming off, which is no big deal. I'm just going to put some glitter there too. And then I'm going to take my heat gun again and dry it. Can you see how much glitter? That glitter. Let's see if I can find the right. I'll wait till I'm dry. Maybe it'll look better. Glitter, glitter everywhere. Glitter, glitter in my hair. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Yeah, it's starting to do it. It's starting to do it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. Well, I'm hoping that when I lift this up, you guys can really see how good it is. Oh, that's exciting. With glitter. Funny thing is, I went over there to get a book, and I have a book sitting right here. I don't know what the heck goes on in my head. It's better off that nobody knows. Okay, but look, let's see. Can you see the glitter? Look at all that glitter. Come on, how can you not love glitter? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so what do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? All right, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to let that dry because it needs to dry a little bit more. Then, I know I have to have some good paper around here. I don't know. I'm looking. I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought. I know what we'll do. Okay, so we have this. I was going to let it go and dry for a second, but no, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use black memento. And what this is, it's permanent when it's dry. If you have distressed inks, if you have other kind of ink pads, you definitely can use it as well. Just know that it won't be, like if you put any more wet media over it, it's going to smear a little bit. But at the end of the day, we're just kind of playing here. And let me show you. These are from Tulip, what's it called? Where you can make your own shirts and all that kind of stuff. In that area, you can find so many different foam stamps. I have tons of them. And you can find them very, very cheap for like $1.99, $2.99. Use a coupon. But you can start doing these, picking these up. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use the whole owl. You can stamp it on there, and that just adds a little bit of something. But I'm going to use like this part down. So I'm going to, just for, you know, just how to use your stamps to get a little bit more use out of them. Because sometimes things, I hate buying things that are just for one thing. You know, I like to play with everything and see how much I can get out of it. All right, so I just blackened that up a little bit. And I'm just going to go. And I'm not necessarily caring exactly where. You see, I'm kind of going off. And, you know, so we're not going to get too much of a fantastic print. When you have this left, go on another piece of paper or your paper that you're putting all your extra paint on and stamp on because you're making mixed media pages. People! All right. Excitement. Now this is Ladybug Red. I don't know if it's going to show up, but we're going to try it. All right. You can tell I love it to death. And I have these great keys that are on stamps. So why not? I'm just going to kind of push in without any, oh yeah, that shows up. Without any rhyme or reason. And kind of stamp all over. And it's just going to add some texture. Yeah. Okay. And can you see how it's coming about? How it's so, it just looks like I got a lot going on there. And really it took, what, 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see. I'll dry that with my heat gun. But look at that. You got glitter. You got a lot of good stuff going on there. Now you guys know, I always tell you guys, do something simple, even with this delicious background. And we can continue on more layers, which maybe I'll do one more layer. Might do some white in here. I'm not sure. But you can definitely, I think I'm going to add this in as a layer too. But you can definitely stop here and put a heart, right? Cut a heart out of this. This is something that I used in mixed media to spray and get texture from. So you can do your heart now. You can do a face now. You can do, you know, whatever your little heart desires. If you have a favorite stamp, if you have, do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is, because I love this, I think I like this side better because it's a bit lighter. I just want it to go like this, just a little fancy something, right? So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to give me a little bloop of where I want to cut it. Yep, there we go. There we go. And now once I glue this piece on, I can always trim the edge more if I need it. You know, I had my glue stick around me, but I cannot find it. So, decoupage, hello, friend. Okay. Here we go. Matter of fact, I'm going to give a shout out to, I just read somebody's, not text, but message today about more advanced ATC cards. So I make sure I want to, oh, got an itchy face. Give her a good shout out. Some people don't like shout outs. I get a lot of people who say, you know, can you do this? But please don't say my name. Say my name, say my name. But that's okay. I don't care. I love that you guys just watch me. Okay, so I think, do I want it this? Maybe I want it this way. Should have checked it out before, Cal. Oh, I'm just gonna go for it. Now, let me explain something to you guys. While I hold this, let me just push this glue down. All right, I'm gonna hold it for a second. Let me explain to you guys. I know a lot of you are new to mixed media, and I love it. I love your questions. I love your requests. Understand this, and this is, I'm going to speak for me and nobody else because I'm a mixed media artist, been doing it for years. I am somebody who will do all this great background and then I will cover it up. I'll whitewash it. I'll blackwash it. I will, you know, do whatever. And it'll look nothing like it starts, which I'm sure a lot of us do. Sometimes people get upset because they watch me do this and then they're like, how could you do that? Well, I like it. That's how I do it. I'm not going to so much do it on this one because, excuse me, because of it being, you know, new people to ATCs. You know, they're so fun, and a lot of people are nervous, and you shouldn't be nervous. It's so much fun. Look how fun. All right. Now, did I make a mistake here? I didn't take it all the way to the edge. Yes, but I'll fix that in the after program. After program? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to take some of my molding paste again, molding paste, and I'm going to take some of that color of the blue there. I'm going to try to. It might not work that way, but, and I'm going to add a little bit on here because I want to put a little bit of color on here, and I want it to pick up, but not everywhere. So it'll pick up on that. That's a great tip for you guys. It'll pick up on your modeling paste, or even if you do a little Mod Podge, if you don't have, or white school glue is fantastic. I've not been doing white school glue enough. I should probably do a video with that too. But that way it will pick up. Oh, sorry there, computer. It'll pick up, but we'll still have that delicious color underneath. Wait and see. Here we go. Oh my gosh, Kelly. All right. Let's dry it real quick. Let's dry it everywhere. Dry it, dry it, dry it. Now you might have to put a little more glue under your little addition that you added on. If you don't have one of these, maybe you have a punch. Even just a regular hole punch. That's going to be a tip video coming up. Maybe I'll put that up. I know I have my hole punch here somewhere. Who the heck knows? And now this molding paste is going to add texture as well. Just giving it another second here just to make sure it dries a little bit. Okay. Because like I said, if you don't dry it, that's what's going to happen. Now, I want it all. I want to add a little color on that white. Let me move this in just another. On this white. I want another little color. I think I'm going to do a little, I don't know if yellow will work, but I think I'm going to try a little yellow. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm going to take it a little bit off of here on my finger. I love painting with my fingers. I'm a child, I know. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go in and just brush it over that texture that I had. And then run my hands a little bit over there, over the, okay, so before it dries, you can take some of that off. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it. I don't like the little ploop here that what happened was what I tell you guys to do all the time, let it dry all the way. Well, I didn't, and it kind of smeared it and took it there. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm just going to add another color on top because that's the fun of it. Fun, fun, fun. What I'm going to add is a little bit of this purple, which is brilliant purple. Brilliant. Okay, here we go. So now I just have a little bit on my finger. If you don't like using your finger, use a Q-tip or a makeup sponge or whatever you want. What you really, really want. But look, see how I put that on there? And now you're getting like this grungy kind of look of it. Oh, yeah. Can't help it. I love it. I love it. So now we have that. Now, you know what else would be a lot of fun? Is if we put some holes on the bottom and hung something from it. Is this done? No. We're going to figure out what to do next on it. You can add a face that maybe you took out of a magazine. You can add a picture that you took out of a magazine. You can draw on here if you want. Sometimes I just like the very simplicity of, you know, what this looks like. Let me just show you up close, just so you can see so far. So you see how you see the layers. You see the paper underneath, the music paper. You see the stamps. You can see the stamps here and here. We have this with all the colors. We have our bubbles with our glitter. Look at that. And all this. So much fun. So much fun. Okay, what are we going to put on it? What are we going to put on it? Okay. I'm going to do... Let's see. I'm going to go into my pages here. It's a paper stack, right? Oh, that's cute. And I'm going to pick something that I think would go good there. Ooh, flowers would go good. Oh, I found it. I'm going to use a peacock. So that means I'm going to have to cut this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, excuse me just for 1 second as I block you from everything that I'm trying to achieve. All right, I'm just cutting out I'll show you. I am not a fussy cutter. Actually, nothing makes me really fussy, but you can fussy cut this if you want. You can do whatever. I'm going to do a Kelly cut, okay? Here's what that entails. Going around and around, and we're going around, cutting the little hair off the head. You don't have to. You get the gist. And it doesn't have something coming out of its butt that's pointy, so we're going to just kind of round it. We just want the picture. And then, like I said, you can go in with smaller scissors, take that out the best you can. But guess what? I can't because my hands sometimes do not want to do it. So I don't cut too much. But if you can, hey, I'm jealous because I wish I had that patience and that steadiness. Okay, so now this is how you clean off your desk. There you go. Look, it's all gone. Okay. Now, here's my dilemma. I cut out. Gotta get that. See, that's the OCD kicking in. You can't leave that little white bit there. All right. So I have this little fun thing here. Do I want to cover it with my... I can cover it with it, right? Or I can turn it this way and have it like that, but it's going to cover it either way, obviously, Kelly. So I think I'm just going to go over it. But before I do, I want to take a little bit of my... Where'd it go? La, 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 la. I'm going to take some green, my metallic green Project Poppers. You guys seem to really like these. I'm going to see if I can get another pack and do a giveaway. And so I'm going to go on these edges, okay? Because it's just going to take away that harsh white because I can't draw. I mean, I can't cut, nor can I draw, but I can't cut. And see what it's doing? It's just going to make it look a little... Just take those edges off. This is what you do. I always tell you guys, I know you guys are probably sick of me saying that, but you know what? Don't let your disabilities, no matter what they are, control you. Look what I'm doing. I'll probably get people complaining and thumbs down and all, but hey, guess what? I don't care. It's how I do it. Otherwise, I can't do art. So I'm going to put that like that and add that on there with my decoupage. I really got to clean my water thing. I was supposed to do that yesterday and I didn't. So I'm just adding glue on the back. I would use a glue stick. I can't find my glue stick, but and glue sticks, by the way, Elmer's at least. I don't know about other brands. They are what are scrapbookers always scrapbookers. Scrapbookers, God, like what do they always need? Like that they don't go bad. I can't think of the word. They last forever. They don't make things turn green or anything like that. The white school glue isn't, but I gotta look the word up. Why do I even try to give you a tip when I don't even know what the frick the tip is? That's just how it is. Let's see. Do I want to? No, I don't want to face it in there. All right. So I'm just going to kind of lay it here and lay it there. All right. And I'm going to push it down. I don't care if some of that glue gets on there. I'm going to coat it at the end anyway. But because it's matte, it won't bother if I want to paint over this, which you definitely can. So leave that sit there for a second. Throw my brush in there. I'm taking this. Always got to put the lid on because otherwise my dog will end up wearing it on the bottom. And you see so far? I mean, that's just, you know, holding it down. Okay, now you want to go around it maybe and make it pop more or anything like that. These pens are fantastic. These are the Jelly Rolls white. This is a white Liquitex marker. So if you want to make this white or black around here, just to, you know, kind of make it have a little highlight or whatever, you definitely can. Just adds a little bit more. Okay, a little bit of. That's working good. You can just trace on the outside if you want. You don't have to necessarily, I mean, it's really what you want. Okay. I'm not even going to put a quote on here, but what I am going to do is spray. Whoops. Am I going to spray? I don't know. Let me look. Maybe I have. No. This is called Triple Thick. This is one of my, I've been using this thing, this Triple Thick stuff for years. I have one over there, a big tub I bought. I have the sprays. I love this stuff. So what I'm going to do is when you're done, what you're going to do is you're just going to give it either, and now this is when you can use glossy, Mod Podge if you have it. If you don't, just use your regular Mod Podge, but give it a nice little spray to seal everything. I like to just go from back here and blow it for a second. Who doesn't like a good blow? I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see how, I love this. And I can still pile on and do a lot more, but for now, this will be a good starter. For intermediate, very simple. Okay. So let me move my camera back because for whatever reason it gets very weird. Let me wipe this off because I sprayed that on there. Yeah, it's just going to stick till I get water on it. This is what I love, my Mr. Clean, my Mr. Clean Scrubby. I love it for that. Okay. Now look. Oh, it's so cute. But you can see how easy. You don't need a lot. You can't really see it right now. It's very shiny. Very shiny. And you know what would be really, really cool? If you, let me see if I move this over, if it helps. Maybe it will. What would be really cool, which I might do. Maybe I don't know how well you can see. It's not. I had Dave put a thing up on the window because I didn't have a curtain there right now, and I got to put a curtain. But he's been so busy working. And it, like, totally, like, washed out. Like, it just took all my lights away. Anyway, what would be really cool is if you had beads and you put beads all on here, right? And beaded this out, or little flowers, or, you know, fake flowers or whatever, or even peacock feathers that they sell. Like, oh, to lay a few on here would be them. Oh my gosh, I might have to do that. I have them. So, okay. But that's it. This is just a little more detailed, couple more steps to do an ATC card. So you can see how shiny it is when I turn it, but it blows out the picture. Darn it. All right. That makes me sad. Because I really want you guys to like fully see it, and it's just not working. The picture doesn't do it justice. Okay. All right. That's, I mean, that's as simple as it is. I can't even believe I can't even get a good shot of it. Darn it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and keep your eye out for any more ATC videos that'll be coming up, because I've been getting a lot of requests for them, so I'm going to be doing them. I love you guys, and as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting, and any requests that you have that you want to see, please put down below. Let me look real quick, wait, before I do anything, because I want to mention, okay, where'd it go? All right. I can't find who left the, I want to put who left the comment, but I can't find this YouTube Google thing really drives me insane. Okay, so it's, I think it was this one. Was it this one? All right, I'm sorry. Okay, C Rose Z. C Rose Z is for more intermediate ATC card. So that's who I wanted to do this for and give her a shout out. And yeah, so that's where he is. I don't know if that's going to help at all. I'm so bummed because this is so pretty and shiny and like so pretty. And yet it's just being a total dirt bag and won't. All right. Okay. All right, you guys can find my group, All Things Creative, on Facebook now. It's back searchable. And if you guys want to join, just ask to join now. And that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.